Like, do I just gotta wait? Oh man! Hey launchers, welcome back to the channel here at the Launch Crew. My name is Chani and it's another episode of the Launchpad where I talk about anything and everything space related. Alright, so since you guys actually really enjoyed the last video of me going through that walkthrough for Among Us, I decided to do it again with another mobile game. Some of you actually had some suggestions and one of them was another game called Lifeline. And I think this game actually came out in 2015. 3 Minute Games is the company and it's more of a text-based adventure game as opposed to Among Us, which is more team-based and it's with real life other people that you're playing with. But this one actually is by yourself. It's more text-based, it's more linear, so it's a little bit of a difference, but it's kind of exciting to kind of see how this game goes. So just to kind of give you a little bit of a quick backstory from what I can kind of tell based on what I read about the game, is that actually you're some sort of a space traveler or astronaut that has actually crash landed on a planet's moon. I don't know exactly what planet this is. Could be a planet that's unheard of, it's a fictional planet, but you're actually trying to figure out a way to survive and hopefully, I believe, maybe get off this planet, moon, whatever the case might be. So let's take a look. Okay, so, and again, I'm playing this on my phone. Let's see, so it says incoming communication, establishing connection, receiving message. It says hello. Is this thing working? Can anyone read me? I'm assuming that's somebody, I don't know if that's in your headset. I say, who is this? It says, right, sorry. Should have started with that. I was just excited to get a response to my signal. My name's Taylor. I was an astronaut on board the starship Varia. Is that how you say it? Varia? I was gonna say the Varia. The Varia was a transport ship, nothing fancy, crew of less than a dozen. We were en route to Tau Ceti 4, and as far as I knew, everything was going fine. We were set to dock in 6 more days, but then I don't know what happened. We crashed on some moon. I don't know where. Oh, so you're actually so wait a minute. I thought you were the astronaut. So if you're giving out this communication, who are you talking to? Like, we as a player, we're not the astronaut? Okay. Say, how do you not know? And as you can tell, this is actually kind of chooses your own choices depending on what choice you do could actually go in a different direction, a couple different paths. So this actually has replay value depending on, you know, if you want to go back and actually play it a couple times. It says, why don't I know? Why don't I have this whole sector memorized like any astronaut worth a damn would? Because I'm a student, okay? My number came up in a lottery of science students and I got to join this mission. I was on board with Varia running 0G experiments on rats and lichens and stuff, all right? I was never ever meant to be without a trained supervisor by my side at any time. So it's safe to say that this crash landing wasn't covered anywhere in my student handbook. Okay, calm down. Right, sorry. As you can imagine, I'm pretty freaked out right now. We covered a ton of different protocols and training, but this was never one of them. But it's cool. I just have to find the other survivors and they'll know what to do. Only, what if there are no other survivors? What if I'm the only one who made it? Oh God, Captain Aya's probably dead and all the others too. Colby, damn it, Colby? What if I'm alone out here? Easy now, just breathe. Right, you're right. The atmosphere is breathable. Might as well breathe it. I mean, it's like Colby said more than once. Don't waste time worrying about what if. Just concentrate on what is. So let's do it. I was gonna say, are you hurt? Let's see, my ship just crashed in the middle of nowhere. No one is hailing on this frequency. And I don't see any supervisor other than me, the least prepared person in existence for this sort of emergency, but I got out of the whole mess with nothing more than a stubbed toes with things looking pretty peachy, or just peachy. Thanks for asking. Pretty lucky. Least prepared. I mean, this definitely wasn't one on the exam in science class, and I was an advanced placement. Okay, so where are you now? The only way I can answer that with any confidence is to say stranded. If you know where where nowhere is, just look right in the middle of it and you'll spot me. The Varia, I don't, can somebody tell me if this is a Varia or Varia? Was on a gentle elliptical path towards Tau Ceti 4. I don't know whether we went off course or by how much. I was nowhere near the bridge when it all went down. Colby, she shoved me into an escape pod and then went to see how she could help the others. I just who she was. Oh, that's just who she was. I guess I blacked out in the pod from shock or something, or fear or something. I don't know how long. And when I came to, I was here. Scribe here. All right. So my escape pod came down in some kind of desert. The ground is all cracked white rock. There is a huge white peak a few miles away. Kilometers, I guess. They try to get me to think metric for the trip, but some things are just hardwired. It's weirdly symmetrical, like it might be a natural formation. The IEVA's suits compasses places the peak northeast and then in the opposite direction, south and southwest to be precise. Best case scenario, it's only in two pieces. The crash sites look closer than the peak. What do you think I should do? Let's go check the crash. Yeah, cool, that makes sense. There might be survivors, fingers crossed. It's not actually possible to cross your fingers in that IEVA suit, but let's just take my word for it. Or at the very least, there should be some supplies I can use. Okay, I'm headed south now. Looks like the smoke is at least an hour away or whatever the metric equivalent of an hour is. I'll let you know once I'm there. So Taylor busy. Oh, wait a minute. So is it one of those games that it stops and then you're not exactly sure when it's going to start again? I don't know. Do I just gotta wait? Oh man! I didn't know it was one of those games. You have to kind of wait. I thought it just kept on going. Well, maybe this might be a couple of parts. Do this once I hear back and then we can kind of go through it in real time. Because I was thinking of maybe I can kind of skip through certain sections just to kind of give you guys an idea of how this game works and what it is, but it looks like Taylor's busy. He is quote unquote going to the crash site, so I don't know how long that could take. I've actually played games like this before where it's more like a visual novel game where it just depends on the situation. Sometimes you may not hear an update for a couple minutes, you might not hear another update for another hour, sometimes half a day to a day. It just really depends on the game and what's going on. I don't know if I'm gonna play the whole game all the way through. This might be kind of a long game, and with all these pauses, it's kind of hard to know specifically, but okay, cool. So basically this game is very similar to some other games where it'll actually notify you when quote unquote the player or the player within the game has actually stopped by and completed his or her objective. These kinds of games kind of keep you engaged, so it's kind of cool. And I think with me doing this, hopefully we can do a couple of parts. This might last a while, and see if you guys actually enjoy that. Let me know. Those of you who've actually stumbled onto this channel by accident and kind of like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you can actually hear more content as I upload those and not miss anything, because why I want to miss stuff. So let me know if you guys have actually played Lifeline before. I'm actually kind of curious as we kind of go through these different parts. Go ahead and hit that like button, that helps me a lot, and comment below and let me know what you think. And hopefully we will see another part of this and kind of see what happens to Taylor as he goes over to the crash site. And as always, this is Chani here at the Launch Crew, signing off.